Welcome back, dear friends, to another heartfelt journey on our channel. Here, we celebrate family, not the perfect images we sometimes imagine, but the real, imperfect, messy, and deeply human bonds that shape our lives. Today's story is titled, The Family Portrait, Faces We Take for Granted. It is a reminder that the people we see every day, the ones who sit across from us at the dinner table, the ones whose voices we sometimes ignore in our rush, they are the faces we may one day long to see again. This story is about love, regret, rediscovery, and the silent power of a photograph. When Sarah was a child, her family had a tradition. Every year, on her mother's birthday, they would take a family portrait. Nothing fancy, just everyone gathered in the living room, the old tripod set up, her father rushing to press the timer, then hurrying back to stand beside them. Sarah hated it. She thought it was silly, unnecessary. She rolled her eyes in every picture, crossed her arms, and sighed dramatically. To her, it was just another chore. Her mother, Emily, would always say, "One day you'll be glad we did this." Sarah would laugh. She couldn't imagine ever caring about stiff, awkward pictures. She wanted to be out with friends, not trapped in front of a camera with her annoying little brother tugging at her sleeve. But year after year, the portraits were taken, stacked into albums and tucked away on a bookshelf. As Sarah grew into adulthood, the tradition faded. She moved away for college, then work, and visits home became rare. Her parents grew older, her brother busier, and the family portraits stopped. She barely noticed, too wrapped up in her own life, her ambitions, her independence. When she did visit, she often felt impatient, scrolling through her phone at the dinner table, half listening to her parents' stories, nodding absently at her brother's jokes. The faces around her were constants, familiar, predictable, taken for granted. Then came the accident. Her mother, Emily, passed away suddenly one winter evening. A heart attack. No warnings, no time for goodbyes. The loss shattered Sarah. She returned home, numb, the house filled with silence. Her father sat quietly, staring at the empty chair at the table. Her brother, usually loud and playful, was withdrawn. Sarah walked through the house, haunted by memories she had overlooked, moments she had dismissed. In the living room, she noticed the bookshelf, dusty albums sat waiting. With trembling hands, she pulled one down and opened it. There they were, the portraits she had once rolled her eyes at. Her mother's smile, bright and unwavering. Her father's arm around her shoulder, her brother's mischievous grin, and her own face, often annoyed, distracted, oblivious. She flipped through page after page, and with each one, the ache grew sharper. She had hated those portraits, but now they were priceless. They were proof of moments she could never return to, proof that her mother had been there, loving, present, radiant. For days, Sarah sat with the albums, studying every detail. The way her mother tilted her head, the way her father's eyes softened when he looked at her mother, the way her brother leaned into her, seeking her attention even when she ignored him. The portraits told stories she had never seen before, stories of love, patience, and presence. She wept, not just for her mother, but for all the times she had taken her for granted. Months later, Sarah gathered her father and brother for dinner. The house still felt emptier without her mother, but Sarah had an idea. She brought out the old tripod. "Let's take a picture," she said. At first, they hesitated. It felt strange, almost painful, but they agreed. They stood together, the timer clicked, and the camera captured their faces. It wasn't the same. Her mother's absence was a wound visible in their eyes, but it was also a beginning, a way of saying, we are still here. We still have each other. From then on, Sarah kept the tradition alive. Every birthday, every holiday, every visit, she took a portrait. She framed the old ones, placed them on the walls, let her mother's smile fill the house again. And she promised herself never again to take those faces for granted. Life lesson. The family portrait is more than a picture. It is a reminder of presence, of love captured in a single moment. We often think we will have endless tomorrows, endless chances to laugh, to listen, to care. But life is fragile. Faces we ignore today may be the ones we ache to see tomorrow. So, take the picture, hold the moment, and most of all, cherish the faces in front of you, because they are treasures, not guarantees. Thank you, dear friends, for sharing this story with us. If it touched your heart, take a moment today to look at the faces around you. Notice them, love them, capture them in memory, in photos, in presence. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more heartfelt family stories. And remember, the faces we take for granted today may be the ones we long for tomorrow.